Hello again, people. Wesley Thompson here. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope I got all my stuff turned on. Made a bunch of videos again the other day and something's wrong with the sound. That's anyway, I don't know where to start. I never know. So many things to start with, so I'm going to tell you this. As things get worse, and they're going to worsen, and when everyone, or pretty much everyone, begins to see things worsening, they're going to worsen at an accelerated pace, and that pace is going to continue to accelerate. They don't have much time. This Nabaru solar system is pretty serious business, folks. The radiation coming off of Fukushima, Japan, and all of the poisons in the chemtrails, that too is very serious stuff. The guillotines that they're erecting in public squares across the United States, that's been going on for a while. The Department of Homeland Security purchased 30,000 of them with your money to cut your head off. And believe it or not. But anyway, your every comfort is going to begin to increase in cost. Your every comfort. They've had cars that can get 50 miles to the gallon of water. Cars that can get about 90 miles to the gallon of gas. I think it was the Wood Brothers racing team, or maybe Jenny Dunley. Anyway, I think it was a Richmond, Virginia NASCAR team. They worked on a carburetor. They took a car right off. They bought a brand new car, and they took the carburetor off the car, and they worked on it. And then they took it out and they tested it on the track. It's a regular car, a good car, V8 and everything. And they got the carburetor to working on that vehicle. It ran very good, and it could get about 90 miles to the gallon of gas. And of course, I think it might have been Exxon or somebody bought the idea and bought their silence. But the utilities costs are going to go sky high. The utility people are all being bribed and coerced into working as Nazi sympathizers. Anything you say, anything you complain about, anything you bitch, anything you threaten, and you say, hey, I'm going to kill 1,000 soldiers and 5 million cops when they come to my house. I'm going to just slay them all, no problem. And all that stuff, anything you say goes right back. Anything and everything you say around utility people. They are making some very unusual and strange reports now. Some of you women that are friends with someone's wife that works for a power company or a gas company, ask them if they're keep a lot of secrets. Anyway, all food and water, all liquids, will be kept from you. The Department of Homeland Security and FEMA are collecting them up now. All the K-rations, all of those kinds of foods, just about, except for private individuals that are selling things, and they're not going to last long. If you're private, if you're not government controlled, you're not going to last. There just ain't enough good people that'll get together and make a stand. There ain't that many of them that's calling all the shots. There's a lot more good people than there is bad. But the good people refuse to stand together. They don't think anything is going to happen. They think everything is going to pass them right on by, or over their head or under their feet, or it ain't going to miss you, folks. The food and water that's kept from you, anything you get be rationed to you. and it'll be rationed to you from wherever they choose, and it'll be rationed to you from a handler, and your life support items are going to be handled by somebody. If they don't like your looks, you're not going to get them. They don't need a reason. They're not going to be punished. Nothing. They'll withhold your food, they'll withhold your water for a number of reasons. The foods and liquids will be more controlled by black market distributors who work for organized government and police mafia. And their Nazi sympathizers and their friends and their relatives and their businesses, acquaintances and family members and stuff will help them do the distributing. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to get worse than you think. It's going to get even worse than that, and then it's going to get real bad. The media will encourage everyone to surrender yourself to the FEMA prisons, where you will be. I'm going to tell y'all something, folks, now. You got to listen to me. This is what's going to happen to you if you go to a FEMA prison. You got to listen to me. This is going to happen to at least 9 out of 10 of you that go to a FEMA prison. At least 9 out of 10 of you. If you go into that FEMA prison, then you're not spoken for to begin with. And if you go into that business arrangement, that FEMA prison stuff, 9 out of 10 of y'all, this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to be processed, you're going to be categorized, you're going to be screened, you're going to be assigned, and you're going to be shipped out. And you're going to go in different directions. Families will be separated. They have bonnets that they can strap on your child's head. And these electrodes, some kind of way, can tell the amount of intelligence or the potential in the child's mind. And if the child is not what they're looking for, it'll be burned. It'll be burned or given up for food or for something, unless it's got a special blood type. The ones that are smart, a lot of different things is going to happen to them. You should see a movie with Kurt Russell called Soldier. That movie had a real good story baseline to it. It's Marxism, of course, but it's a heck of a thing. And another one is called Equilibrium. That's how your children are going to live, if there's still an earth going on. They sure are looking in the future and telling everybody, so I reckon they figure the earth is going to be going on, because they're certainly making a lot of long-range plans, and they're spending a lot of your money making these plans. And the plans are for them, not for you, not for me, for them. And so obviously they know things that the rest of us don't know about pole shifts and geographical displacement of platelets and all kinds of stuff. See, a long time ago when I was researching, I come across archaeological and come across evidence and come across photographs and documents and stuff where veins of rock 1,800, 2,000 miles long, was broken in half, like a pretzel. And when they found the other halves, when they found the other pieces, sometimes they found this one that was close to 2,000 miles long, or it was over 2,000 miles long. The vein of rock, it was broken in half, and one piece of the rock was 500 miles away, and another piece of the rock, I think, was almost 2,000 miles away. That's a whole lot of movement. That's a whole lot of movement, folks. And when there really was, I never researched it, but I believe it. There really was ancient cities that are all buried. They rocked below the ocean depths. There's a reason for that. They write about it and tell about it in the Bible scriptures. They refer to it in the Old Testament as the Great Destroyer and the Great Destructor. in the New Testament, and throughout the Bible it's referred to as wormwood quite a few times. I have Bibles that probably got wormwood in it 20 times, 25 times, and it probably was in it about 125 times or more. 3 books of Daniel missing. There's a lot. The 1611 scholars. I respect you for that. If you got that book down pat, okay. But that book ain't but a piece of the book. And it ain't the real crucial. There is other things that if you knew these things, you people that are hung up on that 1611 and you don't want to weed one way or the other, you don't want to go back there, you don't want to go up there, you don't want to look. I'm not saying change words. I'm just saying look for the scriptures and look for the text and the word phrases that are left out or has been changed. Look for words that there was great debates over the meanings. Anyway, these people are going to be controlling your food and controlling your water, and they're not going to let you have anything. They're going to come into your homes and they're going to regulate what you can have. And folks, I'm telling you, y'all better start listening up. I'm going to keep these videos shorter. I just can't. Okay, it's about time to start this one right here. But I'm going to finish this one. I'm going to take them out to about 15 minutes. Now this is going to get nice for you right here. You will be processed. You'll be categorized. You'll be screened. You'll be assigned. You'll be shipped out different directions. So that families are separated. Now here is what your destinations. This is some of your destinations, folks. And for those of you who say, man, this guy is just totally insane. He's crazy. I mean, what is he, a comedian? Well, where does he get this? Is he making this up? I mean, you really can't make this up, can you? Folks, some of your destinations will include, you'll be given up for experimentation. That's DNA. That's sex. That's crossbreeding with animals, experimentation. That's just, I've just mentioned a few, okay? Experiment. Somebody might be a horror freak and they want to experiment on you. I'm telling you folks, you better listen to me. There'll be sex markets. I say markets, plural. All ages. Food markets. Human food. Not human foods, but human food markets. There'll be sacrificial and ceremonial selections. Some people might want to volunteer. There'll be blood sacrifices. There'll be, they look for certain blood types in people. They'll pin you down on a table and feed you and let your body produce a certain type of blood for them. There was a movie once, I think it was called The Beast from the Haunted Cave, and that's what that beast did. It caught humans and half cocooned them and kept them alive, sucked their blood, but he wouldn't suck it all out to kill them. Not until it was done with them, it was through with them, tired of them, got some replacements. And then it would suck all the blood out and kill them. At one time while they were bound, they couldn't do anything, and it would just repeatedly do that day after day. They'll strap you down. Our government strapped a black boy down to a table one time and sprayed him with insecticides. And he was just one of many black children that our government did this to. They sprayed him with insecticides. I think it took him 30 or 31 days to die. Can you imagine that? Folks, let me tell you something. The government of this country right here has done more against the Mexican, done more against the Indian, done more against the black man, and done more against... The people running the show in America have done more against all the races except the anti-Christian Muslim races. No matter what denomination, no matter how you try to live, if you're not an anti-Christian Muslim, you're going to have a lot of issues, a lot of trouble. You'll be given up for body organ harvesting. A lot of you'll have your heads chopped off in guillotines for many reasons. Sport, fun, entertainment, gas chambers, torture chambers. These people that run these FEMA prisons, most of them are some of the most evil masochists in the whole entire world. They'll put beasts in there and gather the gang around and let them watch you be eaten alive, have you torn to pieces. Let me tell you something, folks. I can't remember that daggone traitor's name, but he ousted his uncle, I think it was, in a foreign country. Obama's bunch got in there and twisted everything around and planted spies and started revolution BS in that country. Well, the nephew, I think it was, got his uncle and threw him in a room with, I think it was 120 or 125 starving dogs. I mean, these dogs were starved. And they cut him and diced him up and then stuck him in that daggone, threw him in the room. Them dogs ripped him to pieces. They tore him and pulled him and just ripped him into shreds, shredded him. Folks, y'all don't know, these people running these FEMA prisons are some real tough hombres, man. Another thing, you'll be used for death camps, real death camps, all the way death camps. I mean, everybody screaming and hollering. Slavery, folks. Barter and trade to the aliens and with the aliens. Death sports. Arenas for man versus beast. Entertainments of all types. Sport killings. Just sport killings. You don't understand what I'm talking about, do you? They just take a bunch of people up there and just other people will practice killing them to see who's the best at it. Sport killing. They'll put somebody out in a place where they can't get out, a 10-foot electric fence, and they'll send people in there and let them kill them. With their hands, with knives, with sticks, with rocks, with guns, with whatever. Sport killing. And for public executions, that's how you train the people. Hey, look what happens to you if you don't go along with the Fuhrer. Let me tell you folks something. Y'all keep on letting that Antichrist Obama, that beast, y'all keep on letting him push you around and take this country away from you. It's going to get so far out of your hands you ain't got a Chinaman's chance. And then Naibu's going to come in here and upset the apple cart. These people ain't going to be here. These people are going to haul butt. They're going to be the ones that think they're going to make it and everything. They're going to be deep down under the daggone ground. And the others, they're not even going to be on this friggin' planet. They'll be on a station up in the sky or something or another. Y'all better pay some attention. Y'all better listen up. The scriptures ain't no joke. That's what's going on right now. The world has done gotten evil and bad, and evil is killing everybody on the earth. You've got to pay attention to this Nabaru solar system that's coming through here. Not just Fukushima and the chemtrails. That's out and open genocide and murder on people. Mass numbers of people that the UN and our government is doing and has been doing to countries everywhere for many, many years with your money. Now they're fixing to take your money and do the same thing to you. And these FEMA prisons ain't no joke. They didn't build almost 800 of them in the secret for nothing. I had a cousin that worked on them. I knew about them a long time ago. I knew about them, a long time ago. Probably 30 years ago. Let me tell you folks something. Y'all better wake up. You better stop paying attention to the people that are truthers. I ain't asking you for anything, it's just pay attention and research anything. Don't jump on me and say, how do I know, where did I find out, or where can you find out? You go do the research. If you doubt anything I say, research it. You prove me wrong on something, you know. Listen, I ain't in this for a show. I'm in it to try to help y'all. I'm not in it for myself. None of y'all ever meet me. None of y'all ever see me. They'll end up, I'm stalked all the time anyway. They'll end up killing me. And I'll just vanish away. Out of sight, out of mind. Y'all will forget all about me. But try to remember something from the messages that I'm giving you, folks. It ain't the messenger that's important. It's important that he get the message or she get the message to you. But they're not what's important. What's important is what they're giving you, the message. And what's even as important is you to take the message and to pass that message to everybody you care about, especially everybody you care about. Let them decide. They may say, hey man, I've heard some of the stuff this guy's talking about, but I've been hearing it for years, but no one ever talks about it. Well, it's in your face now, folks. It's coming on your face. You're really in the last days. I want you to know. Wesley Thompson here, folks.